What's up everybody and welcome back to another explaining Geometry Dash video. Today I'll show you how to use the alpha trigger in Geometry Dash. I'm talking about this trigger right here, the blue one. First of all, what is his function? What does he do in this game? Well, you gotta know that the alpha trigger makes an object invisible. And I'll show you how to use it right now. First of all, we need a spike or any other object, but I prefer spike. Now, next step you have to follow is you have to add the spike to a group 1. Now, you put an alpha trigger wherever you want in the editor, but in the left of the spike. Keep this in mind, in the left of the spike. After you put it, you have to click on the edit object button in the bottom right corner of the screen. You select the trigger and you click this button, edit object. Here you see some little things. We'll talk about everyone. First of all, the group ID is the group that is alpha triggered by the trigger. And here you have to select 1 or the group you want to become invisible. The fade time is a feature of the trigger that makes the object to slightly become invisible. Not immediately, but it becomes slightly invisible depending on the fade time. If it is bigger, the object will become invisible after a longer time. But if it is shorter, it will become invisible after a shorter period of time. And if it is no fade time, it will instantly become invisible. Now, the opacity feature. This is the most important feature of the trigger. The opacity is how visible an object is. For example, if we have the opacity at 1, at maximum, the object is fully visible. You see, we can clearly see the spike. But if we select the opacity at half, which means at 0.50, we can see that the spike is now barely visible. It's not fully visible, but it is not fully invisible. So it's exactly at the half of it. And if we select the opacity at 0.0, the spike disappeared. But keep in mind, the spike is still there, so it can still kill you. But it is just invisible. Now, let me present you how the fade time works. So, if we have the fade time at 10, it means that the object takes 10 seconds to fade in. It will be like this. I placed the spike very high in the level to show you properly because the fade time is so big. So when you pass the trigger, the spike becomes invisible after a very long time. So it will display like this. See, the spike is now clearly fading. So this is on fade time at maximum, at 10 seconds. If we select half fade time at 5, we'll see that the spike is now fading faster until it totally becomes invisible. And if we select the fade time at 0.0, the spike will entirely and immediately become invisible and it will display like this. So keep in mind, the spike is still there, so it can easily kill you. Now keep in mind one more thing. The object becomes invisible no matter what fade time after the player passes the trigger. So after the player is in this position, the object will become invisible no matter the fade time. So if the fade time is set, the object will become invisible, will start to become invisible after you pass the trigger, depending how big your fade time is. For example, if you have fade time at 5, the object will become invisible 5 seconds after you pass the alpha trigger. And basically this is how you use the alpha trigger. It is not hard. If you found this useful, consider leaving a like and subscribe my channel. And if you have suggestions or you don't know how to use a special feature in Geometry Dash, leave me a comment down below and I'll do as fast as possible to cover that part. I'll see you guys next time with another awesome video. Bye bye.